at the door. Things are going down with the Diddy trial. Baby, remember how Brian still embarrassed the prosecution 2 days ago? Well, baby, they are not letting up. Bona is back on the stand. I had to sneak out because you guys are not going to believe what happened. Remember how everybody was saying, oh my God, I wonder if KK is going to testify for Diddy. Remember how there was all the stuff over who Diddy's co-conspirators are? Well, guess what? Right now in court, the government just named Diddy's co-conspirator. Get this, the feds, I'm sorry, let me slow down. The government just named KK as Diddy's co-conspirator moments ago in court. But there's more than that, right? Let's get into it. Not only did he just name it, but the defense started arguing that she really wasn't. And the prosecution was like, baby, we already got her dead to rights. Now clock that. On top of that, Cassie has come out and defended Bona and offered proof that Bona is 100% telling the truth about what happened with Diddy. The defense was fighting to keep this text message out, but it got admitted, you guys. Bona has been rehabilitated. First of all, she did an amazing job. I 100% believed her. However, Miss Westmoreland was really, let me move back. I can't even see myself. She was really trying to imply that Bona was lying and that she never got hung over the balcony. The defense thought they got a win. Because the defense thought they got a win because the settlement that Diddy had offered Bona to not say anything about him hanging her over the balcony, right? They said, the judge said, well, that's excluded. It's excluded because the settlement was to stop Bona from making a civil trial, not a criminal trial. And since this is a criminal trial, it's irrelevant evidence. I said, wow, law is a dirty game, but baby, we all got to play it. However, let's get into the KK stuff. I have my notes. I had to run back in court really quick, but I wanted to come down here and give you guys the actual tea because the government just named KK and name dropped her as Diddy's co-conspiracy, and the defense went crazy and ballistic and tried to make all these arguments. Let me say this first of all. KK, everybody around Diddy got to be the dumbest person in the world. They are loyal to that man till the end. How? KK did not flip on Diddy. She did not she literally is going down as a co-conspirator. Did she not see what Diddy did to Little Kim? Did she not see the way them Harlem boys play, or Bronx, wherever he's from? Whenever it comes down to whether a woman's going to do time for them or not, did you not see that D-Rock already literally needs to start picking out the wallpaper for his jail cell? And you going down with this man? Baby, let's get into it. Anyway, Sabrina Johnson said, love you, keep doing your thing. Really quick before I get into the testimony, and then I'm going to run back into court, don't forget one of two things, okay? Don't forget one of two things. One, Stephanie Courtney said, you're smart and beautiful. Keep it up. Thank you. Stephanie Curry said two things, right? And I think we need to actually keep a hold of this, okay? One, you guys, I was on ABC Live. The link is in the bio. It's probably going to be pinned in the chat. And also, I did a special thing on Nightline on ABC. It aired. The link is in the section, but all over my social medias, I'm going to put little tidbits. Can you guys please go watch? Give it a view, even if you watch it with the volume off. And also make sure you go in the comment section and give me a shout out. Okay, let's get into this, right? Okay, so here you go, right? There are ants everywhere coming out. Oh, well. Anyway, better than those rats and roaches from Diddy's cell. I bet Diddy wish he could get some ants. Anyway, right? So anyway, they talk about the Jane exhibit. A couple of things. The judge I'm just going to take you really through quick what happened. And then, actually, we'll save that for last. Let's get into the KK stuff, right? So they wanted this text admitted. Miss Westmoreland is clearly trying to imply that Bona, right? Oh, thank you, Jamie. I'll definitely get that from you. So Miss Westmoreland was clearly trying to imply that Bona was lying about being held over the balcony, right? Clearly trying to imply that. However, let me tell you the story about how KK's name came out. It was a bombshell because it was already spilling tea, right? However, okay, they said that they were like, they clearly trying to. The defense got to win. They said, listen, there's text message between Rob, that's Rob Holiday, Diddy's good friend, right? Trying to get Bona not to file a civil suit against Diddy. In that, they talk about Diddy hanging her over the balcony. The prosecution wanted to get that admitted. The defense was like, no, there's no relevance. They were talking about a civil trial, not a criminal trial, so why can they bring it up? The judge said, okay, that's a good point. We are going to exclude that evidence. However, right, they said, and clock this T, they said that, Your Honor, we have a screenshot of a text message conversation between Cassie and KK. I said, what? This is how Cassie came in to save Bona, right? Friends to the end, even when she's not here. They said Cassie texted KK. And in the text, get this, right? They said, Cassie said to KK, he woke my friends up. Cassie's texting KK. And this is back when all that shit happened with Bona. He woke my friends up while they were sleeping because he was ringing the doorbell and acting crazy. He came into the house. He choked my friend and dangled her feet off of my balcony. I have to stay away. This is crazy. I have to stay away. This is crazy. I have to stay away. You guys, when they read that, and listen, the defense was arguing that message shouldn't be allowed to bring in. So the jury wasn't there yet. They were arguing on whether they could show this message to the jury, right? Just stay with me. Just stay with me. Again, he woke up my friends while they were sleeping, ringing the doorbell like crazy. He came into my houses while my friends were there. He choked her and dangled her feet. I have to stay away. This is crazy. I have to stay away. The defense is like, no. She said that she didn't know about these messages, which actually, when they read the transcript, what Cassie actually said is, I know what I saw. I don't know what you want to tell me, right? She was like, no, you 100%. She didn't say it. And they were like, no. The prosecution was like, no. She sent this message, and we need to use this message because the defense is clearly trying to imply that Bona's lying about this. This message was sent the day or the morning of after she was allegedly dangled off the balcony. This proves the point. And since Westmoreland wants to act like I'm lying, wants to act like Bona's lying, there you go. Boom. Point being, right? SLW said, sending love and light from Alaska to my girl T said, thank you, SLW, okay? But you guys, there's more, okay? I'm going to go back in. I know there were witnesses still in the trial, but I have to tell you guys this. Then they were like, what is the relevance? Maureen, call me. So the government was like, you guys, the defense said, this is hearsay within hearsay, double hearsay. It should 100% be excluded. And then Maureen called me, popped on up, and said, Your Honor, this is a communication between one of the victims and a co-conspirator. She said, Your Honor, this is a communication between one of the victims and a co-conspirator. And it goes, right? And it goes that it cannot be hearsay because it literally is offering for what happened with Bona, the effect on the listener, and the state of mind, okay? Really quick, Carrie Pierre, thank you so much for the super chat. You guys, this is exclusive tea. Nobody has dropped this yet. The government has officially named KK as a co-conspirator, right? So then Diddy's team pops up, and she's like, it's Shapiro, right? She was like, no, listen. No, she says, hey, I just found out some crazy shit. That's implying she didn't see it. I just found out what happened. She said, and also they said Cassie didn't say that in the testimony, right? The prosecution, Maureen Comey, was like, Your Honor, they have had this mess for over a year, and they actually deposed Cassie over this, so they even knew about this. Cassie can't be here. Depositions are testimony. It should be able to be worked. Anyway, Your Honor, it's a communication with the co-conspirator, okay? They also said, okay, a very clear suggestion that the defense is making that it never happened, okay? Anyway, right? Listen, so then the judge said, right, that this is on the effect on the listener or the state of mind. It is a screenshot on September 30th, 2016. That's around the time that it happened. And he said, yeah, this is absolutely admissible. And they said, first, it's admissible on it being a state of mind. Second, it's admissible because it was communicated to Diddy's co-conspirator. Yo, Bona told Cassie, right? Cassie's a victim. Bona's a victim. Cassie told KK. Cassie is officially named by the government as a co-conspirator, but it wasn't over. Diddy's defense started freaking out. Your Honor, we strongly object to KK being named as a co-conspirator. Marine Comey turned around like, because Marine Comey sits in front. She looked like she turned around and was like, what you mean? Like literally, how are you going to tell me who the co-conspirator is? Hey, how are you going to tell me who the co-conspirator is? The co-conspirator is whoever we MF and say. That's what we are trying to prove. She literally was like, what? Oh, hold on. DoorDash is outside. Hold on really quick. Do you mind grabbing it from out front? He said he's searching around looking for me. Sorry, I'm trying to get a portable charger because my phone's going dead. The DoorDash guy is like looking for me. Okay, so anyway, right? If anybody want to kill me, this would be the perfect time. Anyway, right? Fat Bull 717 say, hey Tisa, watch me up. I'll take care of the weirdos in your chat. Keep up the good work. I'll be your chat cipher. Yo, DM me so I can give you a wrench. Volnero Carol said, glad you got your name out. Oh, ABC Live, thank you so much. And also Honeybee Therapy, thank you so much. And Shayna's vlog said, thank you for all your hard work. Also, oh, hey. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Nona Preston said, you rock, Tisa. Tisa tells for president. Love ya. Thank you. And also Kate said, your makeup highlights your eyes from Chicago. Oh my God, thank you. Appreciate that. Rebecca Peterson, thank you so much for being a part of the Tattletale family. Let me just tell one thing. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had to get a charger. They found me. They saw me talking, yapping. Okay, my DoorDash people know me so well. They just like, girl, like I'm starting to get the same DoorDashers. Officially, Carrie George, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so anyway, they're like, Your Honor, we reject strongly for her being referred to as a co-conspirator. There's no proof she's a co-conspirator. Marie called me because they're sitting behind her. She literally turned and was like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Co-conspirator. We're the ones who decide who a co-conspirator is. You don't get to say, all you get to do is march your happy self into this courtroom and sit down before we sit you down. The look on she's not a co-conspirator. Listen, anyway, right? She's like, Your Honor, and Maureen Comey literally sat there and said, Your Honor, not only are we suggesting it, right? But we have already given enough evidence to already confirm that. But we will continue to confirm it. Eddie Garcia's testimony named her clearly as a co-conspirator. And we will continue to name her as a co-conspirator, right? And then, right? And then they said, well, the defense was like, Your Honor, you don't understand. For her to be named a co-conspirator, she must agree with Diddy. She must agree with the criminal things that Diddy did. Baby, you're his personal assistant. What you mean? He sent you all the way out. No. But she didn't agree. So you did it and you were there and you didn't do anything to stop and you helped and aided and abetted, but you didn't agree? All right, girl. And also there needs to be 2 predicate acts. Right now there's only one, and that's perhaps bribery. Marie Comey was looking at them like, you got that. She was literally looking at them like, I know you lost your mind. She doesn't count. How do you get to say who's a co-conspirator, right? Listen, she said, Your Honor, again, we've already confirmed it and in testimony, and we will continue to confirm it. Eddie Garcia was just the beginning. We have more evidence. When I say the defense table melted down, I will say this, right? I can't believe that KK is riding with Diddy. The government, listen, they literally said that because she wasn't in agreement, she didn't commit any crimes, even though you were his right-hand woman. Are you serious? Y'all, we have confirmation. KK, it is humid out here. We have confirmation that KK has officially been named. Remember what? I guess there goes my theory, because they had a glamour shot on KK. So I thought KK was riding out with the prosecution. But it looks like KK has been officially named as Diddy's co-conspirator. Now here's the thing. She still got time to make that plea deal. Hold on. Wait, can y'all hear me now? Hold on. Okay, it's good. Okay, sorry. Sometimes when I jump out, y'all can't see it, right? Audio's going in and out. Love the acting though. Okay, so let me reenact this, right? If it was going in and out, right? Diddy's team was like, Your Honor, we strongly object to KK being made as a co-conspirator. Your Honor, we strongly object to the Maureen Comey was in front, and she looked around like this. What? You object to what? What do you object with? Being named a co-conspirator. Since when do you call the shots? Since when do you tell anybody who, right? Who? Since when do they tell anybody who? Since when does the defense say who a co-conspirator is? And we leave that's to you. No one's a co-conspirator. We leave it to you. Diddy's not even guilty. Maureen called me, turned around and said, F y'all talking about? She's not a co-conspirator. If you don't get out of my face, right? Maureen Comey stood up there and said, Your Honor, it's already been proven in Eddie Garcia's testimony that she is a co-conspirator. However, Your Honor, that's just the tip of the iceberg, and we will continue to bring more and more evidence to prove that KK is an actual co-conspirator. The defense was like, but she didn't agree. She didn't agree. She didn't agree. Maureen Comey was like, Your Honor, she's a co-conspirator. Here's the thing. KK has not been, KK, she still has time to plead the fifth. She still has time to take an immunity deal. But as of now, I don't understand, KK, did you not see what they did to Little Kim? Did you not see the way these New York boys play? Never do a jail bid for a man. I think that might be written in the Bible. What is wrong with you? You are going down. Where is this weird loyalty that KK has? Unless she actually thinks Diddy's innocent, baby. Thinking. And thinking, you guys, this is 100, listen, this is 100% exclusive tea. 100% exclusive tea. KK has officially been named as co-conspirator, and even though they are crossing Bona right now, I'm about to go back up. They are crossing Bona right now. The interesting thing about this is, and I'm about to go back up. The interesting thing about the cross with Bona is they've gotten a text message from Cassie admitted. Now here's the thing. They're not going to be allowed to admit it while they're cross-examining her. But as soon as the cross-examination is done, they are showing it to the jury and they are admitting it into evidence to prove that Cassie back then, I think the same night or a day after it happened, texted KK, who the government literally referred to as Diddy's co-conspirator, that Diddy held her over the balcony, and it's crazy, and this is the way she has to stay away from Diddy. So it even proves back then that Cassie was trying to escape Diddy, and everybody around Diddy was trying to pull her back in. Rebecca Peterson said, You're the best. Thank you for letting us know the truth. You're welcome. And Monet W said, Tisa, we represented last night. Thank you. Amazing job. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Listen, I gotta get back into the courtroom. I wanted to give you guys that tidbit. I'll be back down in about an hour because Jane's testifying. Oh, that's another thing. The judge literally told us, hold on. And now here's the thing. Who's trying to influence the jury? The judge said that he wants to remind everybody in the overflow room and the courtroom that it is illegal to try to communicate with the jury. The public cannot talk to the jury. No facial expressions, no facial reactions, no expressions, nothing. Now, that, I know what y'all saying, Tisa, they probably talking about you because you animated. They were not, because when I look at the jury, I just look at them stone face. But I be clocking their tea and writing down what they're doing. They said it is illegal to pass any note to the jury. I said, who is trying to jury tamper? It is illegal to have any expressions. It is illegal to do that. I said, who the hell is doing that? There was also a thing, Rob and Abigail, the good lawyers for the public and the press, they tried to argue that the defense needs to disclose all the exhibits. I'm sorry, the prosecution needs to give redacted exhibits contemporaneously, meaning at the same time. The government is like, listen, we got a lot to do. Y'all can get it 24 hours later. They were arguing that they should get it now. The judge said that we're not going to have it contemporaneously. However, he did say that the government has agreed to make a lot of concessions. So one medium win for the public. I want to get back up there before Jane testifies. I know right now they are talking about Bona, but literally, y'all, they don't know it yet. The jury doesn't know it yet, but they've already nullified everything that the defense is doing right now on cross-examination, because as much as they're trying to act like Bona is lying about him, they pulled up a text from 2016 or 15, whenever it happened, with Cassie and Bona showing that not only did it happen, but Cassie texts KK explaining what happened and complaining about how Diddy is so crazy. She has to stay away from Diddy. Baby, you know what the problem is? And this is the last thing I say. Sometimes when you fly too close to the sun, like Icarus, you go down fast. Now, you know I love flying close to the sun. But Brian Steele and all of them went out of their way to humiliate Mia and to do a victory lap. That the prosecution has been on their job and they have been out for blood. And listen, Diddy is literally getting pummeled right now, and there is not a thing they can do about it. Diddy and his co-conspirator, KK, unless she takes a deal, and then also Diddy and his co-conspirator, they haven't named D-Rock, but come on now. You know D-Rock is not going to do anything but ride out for Diddy. You just know that. That's Biggie's best friend. The Hood Realist said Diddy supporters are predators too. 100. Baby, all I know is don't date, don't procreate, and keep your kids away. I'm just saying, if you think that type of behavior is just something that happens in a relationship, I don't know what to say. But again, can y'all believe that KK is literally going to go down for Diddy? Again, can somebody please send them like the Little Kim documentary? KK, why would you do that? It literally makes no sense. Why would you do that? This is a PSA. Don't ever, for any woman, don't you ever take a rap or a charge for a man. Just don't. You're going to feel stupid. You're going to feel dumb. We're going to call you a dummy. Now, we will write out for you and try to get justice, but you're going to feel stupid. You're going to feel dumb. And let me tell you, any man that asks you, the woman, to serve time for his mess, you already know. He already think you the biggest dummy out there. Please. I'm just saying. We call you the biggest dummy. We'll try to get a defense fund and get you out on new evidence. You know, I'll do the research, but I can't believe KK is really, really going out for Diddy, right? Hi, how are you? Hi, come say hi. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. We're going to say hi to someone before we go. Listen, let them bots work. It's engagement. Diddy's paying good money for them. Please, come on. Hey, guys, look who we have here. Hi.
Miss Bush, how are you?
Hi, Miss Bush, how are you?
I'm fine.
Listen, you've been following the trial?
Oh, have I?
Yeah, what do you think of it so far? You know they just named KK as his co-conspirator officially.
Really?
And the defense was like, she's not a co-conspirator. She didn't agree with it. And they were like, no, she's definitely a co-conspirator. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. How's your day going?
I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm here with my son and my daughter.
Oh, nice.
They can hear you. They can't see you.
Hi, guys. How are you?
It's Miss Tisha.
Hi, how are you? Okay, guys.
Listen, hello.
Hi, how are you? Okay, so guys, listen, I gotta run back into the courtroom. There is so much tea being spilled, but I wanted to give y'all that. And make sure you turn on your notifications. I'll be back in about an hour. I'll talk to y'all later.
Can we get
Bye.
a quick one?
Yeah,